Hey everybody, we have another episode of Successful Farmer 9 to 5ers here on Real Entrepreneurs TV. Super excited for our guest today. We have Ashley Toney. She services the social services industry in Louisiana. She is a rapid rehousing case manager, and we wanted to start to just have a conversation about exactly how this crisis situation is impacting small business owners, entrepreneurs that service the social services, nonprofit sector. In addition to that, the population that she services, 'cause there are a lot of people that are being overlooked and underserved during this time. So we want to make sure that we can collaborate and pull together all of our resources to make sure that they're served during this challenge. So without further ado, how you doing, Ashley?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So rapid rehousing case manager, what is normally for your organization, what
Yes.
was a normal day-to-day operation? What did that normally look like before this situation?
So before the COVID-19 pandemic, what rapid rehousing case managers did was connect one-on-one with to place them in independent living situations. So we would connect with landlords or property managers to get those folks into housing and off the street. And so that's what we did daily. We would have one-on-one contact with the homeless population, as well as one-on-one contact with different landlords or any other vendors in the community that provided housing to those people. And that was prior to COVID-19. And now that we're having the social distancing and these stay-at-home orders, it's a bit challenging to connect with those vendors who are providing housing for our populations.
Yeah. And what type of population are you finding that housing for?
Homeless, specifically for my program, homeless youth ages 18 through 24, but there are several rapid rehousing programs in the area who provide homeless services to people who are either in emergency shelters or actually out on the street.
Okay. That's fantastic. So how did the virus impacted the operations portion of getting those services to that population?
As far as operations is concerned, it's that one-on-one contact that's been impacted. We have to see vehicle and meet up with our clients and drive them to a potential housing placement. Having that one-on-one contact with landlords, with them being able to show us the units. And I can imagine it's affected our landlords because these people get their money, they're entrepreneurs, they get their money through rent, through rental payments. And so it has significantly impacted that because businesses slow down because of that one-on-one contact and the need or the request from the government for us to maintain that social distancing. Although we have not been asked to slow down that process, it's been impacted.
Yeah. Yeah. And for those for your population, how have they been impacted? So those are the services that they can normally come to you for those services, but outside of that group
Yes.
to provide for, how have they been impacted?
Well, the majority of the clients that I work with, they work in the hospitality and service industry. They work with restaurants, folks who actually make their money from providing food and services to people. A lot of our clients have been their hours have been significantly reduced. Over 90% of them have actually been laid off. So they've been impacted in a way that they can't work and they can't make money, and they're already underpaid, underemployed, or struggling financially. And so this has really impacted them financially, both the people that we serve and a lot of the businesses that they work for.
Right. And so, from your perspective, these small businesses and independent contractors that normally help you guys facilitate those services,
Mm-hmm.
how can you imagine this experience for them right now? What could they be going through?
I can only imagine that these folks they're having some anxiety right now about their financial stability. Once again, they provide a service, and so that service has been impacted by the stay-at-home order. Some restaurants have closed down or significantly reduced their staff, and so because people are being required to stay at home, if you're an eat-in restaurant, then your customers can't come in and eat in with you, especially if you don't have the capacity to provide that curbside services that some of the larger businesses have. Yeah. Then I can only imagine that they're worried about their financial stability at this time.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. And being in that social services space, is there a place for small business owners or entrepreneurs that can kind of take advantage of some of those services? What type of services will be available?
Well, I'm imagining that for our small business owners, because they don't have cash flow coming in right now, and I'm not sure what their reserve look like, they can absolutely take advantage of some of the food sites, the meal plan sites that are offered around the city. They can take advantage of some of the mental health services that are being provided online, or through some of the text apps, and some of the financial services. And they can do that by accessing actually 211 to find out exactly what resources are available and how they can connect with those resources right now.
Okay, fantastic. So what are some creative things that you've been seeing from the government and other companies that have helped you to service your population? And we could pop some ideas from what you've been seeing, and maybe somebody can come up with something additional or some alternatives to help you move.
What I have seen is really just the community banding together and helping each other out with whatever resources that they have. Again, I'd like to mention the meal planning sites. Some people are offering to do laundry. Some people are offering up spaces for folks to come and crash because they know that people need to be off the streets right now. Mm-hmm. And just the government providing financial support for organizations like mine to actually get people off the street. For instance, some of the hotels are opening up and providing spaces for some of the homeless people to get them off the street right now. So we can really appreciate that.
Gotcha. For the people that's just tuning in, we are with Ms. Ashley Toney talking about how the social service industry has been impacted by the COVID-19 crisis that we're going through right now. So the population that you service, for those people that feel like social distancing has put them in a place where they can't use your services, what advice do you have for them? Should, if they feel overwhelmed and they just shut down, but if they still need your services, how would you advise them during this time?
Well, luckily for my organization, we are still up and running. However, we've halted some intake at this point, rightfully so. And so I would advise those folks to reach out to Unity of New Orleans, Unity of Greater New Orleans. I think it's unity.org that they can go to figure out how to navigate those services. And again, they can also be connected to services by dialing 211. It's a comprehensive service organization where they can connect one-on-one with someone. They can discuss the services that they need, and they can be connected to those services through that online operator.
Okay, what are some other services that 211 offers? Rapid housing, well, specialty, but just for the audience, what are some other services that they offer?
They offer services with food, with healthcare, what else? Housing and utility payment assistance. I know that's going to be a big thing right now with folks being out of work, including entrepreneurs who aren't getting that revenue that they were getting before. They can absolutely reach out to that service and be connected to housing and rental payment assistance.
Okay, and that is pound 2.
What else? Oh, there's also emergency care. They can actually just dial 211.
Okay.
Yeah, just the same way as if you were dialing a number with an area code and you hit send for the call, you just dial 211 and you hit send for that call. Or you can also access it by going to vialink.com. And that is VIALINK.com.
Got it. And mental health at this moment, is your population that you normally service experiencing any other mental health challenges that they normally wouldn't experience?
Well, there has definitely been an increase in anxiety at this time. The folks that I deal with, a lot of them do come with pre-existing mental health diagnoses. And now at this time where they're worried about their jobs, whether or not they'll be able to go back to those jobs. For some small businesses who are suffering, they may be completely shut down because of this. So we have noticed an increase of their stability.
I think that's good advice. So, in our audience, Real Entrepreneurs TV, we are a no excuse zone. So we don't ever want to. We want people to be prepared. We want to make sure that they're educated, encouraged, and equipped. So if we had to put, a quick action plan together for a person that is aspiring entrepreneur, or even just a part of your population, not having access to services or lack of housing, what's kind of a 1, 2, 3 step action plan that that you would suggest to them so that they can actually put something to action and not just be paralyzed because of fear and anxiety?
And I'm sorry, are you asking about like what type of mental services or what type of action plan that they can do to help get themselves out of the rut mentally?
That's a good question. So action plan to get them to the services, and then I would like to, if they are in the rut, mentally, there's one piece of advice that you can share to encourage them. I think that'll be helpful as well. But right now, we want to the services.
Okay, so a 1, 2, 3 to our services as far as I would say entrepreneurs are concerned, they definitely need to, I'm going to push it again, 211. It's a direct link to all of the services in the areas.
So that's step one.
So if there is something that they're struggling with, that's step one. 211 is always step one. After they have connected to 211 and they've been connected to a service, actually the services, taking advantage of the services that are offered to you.
So
and making sure that, take action with those services. And the third step is just knowing that you're not in it alone. We're dealing with this as a country, so you don't have to feel alone in this. And knowing that there will be a brighter day to this.
Got it. Well, I think that's an excellent segue to, once I take that 1, 2, 3 action step, there's still uncertainty. So with uncertainty, there's still anxiety. And if I am still overwhelmed, from your experience, experience, what have you seen kind of help people get uplifted out of that space of anxiety?
Really grounding yourself. And what that means is when we go and have anxiety, sometimes you'll get yourself into a space where there's this constant worry. Sometimes you just have to bring yourself back down, close your eyes, or even open your eyes and just look around the room and just start calling out the things that you see to kind of bring your breath and your mind back down to the space of realizing where you are. And that's what grounding is. After that, connect with family and friends. Although you may not be able to go and hang out or go to your favorite local spot, you can absolutely pick up the phone. This is a great time to pick up the phone and start having those old school conversations that we used to have. Talk to one another, hear another person's voice.
Yeah.
And also another major thing, especially for my entrepreneurs who are keeping up with this virus and seeing things slowly but surely shut down. Step away from social media, from the news, from anything dealing with this, the virus, because it can definitely increase your anxiety. I know there's already that uncertainty there about their businesses and how their businesses will overcome, and not having that funding stream and continuously being bombarded with information about how things are being worse can definitely increase that anxiety. So for all of my entrepreneurs and for anyone really who's struggling with mental health issues, turn off the TV, get off the website, stop looking at stuff about COVID-19, and just really reset.
You got it. And I can already hear the argument in the audience that my business is an online business. So I can't stay off of social media. My marketplace is social media. My e-commerce business is social media. So how can you add that advice to the person that had to be on social media because that is their that's their livelihood?
Yeah, you can absolutely be online and continue to work your business. And it is so awesome that some people are 100% online and they're still able to conduct their business. But you don't have to click on that link about the latest COVID-19 update. You don't have to go in the comments section under this argument about what's going on with the virus and y'all gonna get this stimulus check. But no, like, you do not have to click on those links. You can absolutely be on those online. I ain't gotta click.
Got it. And for me, this may be selfish, but anybody that has posted anything negative, kind of like on a 2 to 3 day consistent basis, I just unfollow them, snooze them for 30 days. I'm anticipating that's probably how long the panic portion of this is going to last. So
yeah,
that'll be my suggestion. If a particular person on your timeline is pumping, anxiety and fear articles, just snooze them. I mean,
yes,
if it's your mama,
yes.
I get it. You don't have to unfriend her, but you can snooze her for 30 days. You can unfollow her and then follow her back after everything. So I want to add to that to kind of be in control of your attention. So I'm gonna take your advice as well, and I just wanted to share that that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's just something that's 24 hours a day.
Yeah, you can totally cleanse your timeline.
Yeah, definitely. So resources, we want to talk about resources. So right now you already discussed, and again, if you're just checking in, this is Ashley Toney. She is a rapid housing case manager in Louisiana, and she's in the social services industry, and their services have been disrupted because of COVID-19, and we are discussing what's been helpful and what is creative and how can we move forward with that disruption. So now resources. What resources did you guys have in abundance before this, and now which ones are challenging that you could use more help with?
Access to food for some of our clients who are out of work and who are already struggling financially. Like if anyone can donate food or donate money or donate time to some of the meal planning sites, we would definitely need those resources for anyone who has a space to maybe do laundry. We would definitely need that. And also for some of our folks out there who provide mental health services, I know that it's been significantly impacted because of the social distancing and the stay at home, but you can absolutely push your services through social media and see if there is a way to connect with some of the folks who are experiencing some anxiety and depression for this. You can do it via phone calls or Zoom, the same way that we are doing if you really want a more personable touch, or you can just even do it through text or I don't know, DMs, however it is that you want to provide that service. Really reach out to them because people are really needing some mental health services right now.
I agree. And just to circle back, people can call 211 or visit via link
Yes.
.org or .com.
.org. And I apologize for that earlier. It's vialink.org. VIALINK.org. Vialink.org.
Got it. So social services, live, up-to-date information for food, laundry services, mental health. That is our one go-to point at this moment if you're in need of those services. So I like to ask if there is somebody that's in the audience right now that has unlimited resources, right? Besides food, what other services, if they can make it happen for your organization right now, what additional resources could they share with your organization to kind of put you guys back on track?
Definitely for the work that I do for rapid rehousing, if there are any landlords with doubles, single units, apartment complexes, if there are any landlords out there right now, we will definitely be open to connecting with them to provide housing for our young people who are experiencing homelessness right now. We really, there's anyone with connections to properties, definitely reach out to some of the rapid rehousing agencies in the city so we can get people off the street. And we do assist with, we do provide financial assistance with the rent, so they won't have to worry about whether or not they're going to get their check during this time. The organizations are definitely being pushed and actually have been provided with additional financial resources to get people off the street and get their rent paid.
Okay, so right now, housing is an issue, and these organizations do have funding.
Yes.
And is that rent throughout the entire duration of the lease, or are we talking deposit, first month rent, like transition funding?
Well, that depends on the organization as well as the income of the person and the availability of resources. So it kind of varies. We usually at least try to do the first 3 months to get those folks stable. We can't promise more than that, but depending on instances, to provide rental assistance throughout the duration of the lease, a 12-month lease.
Got it. If I'm a landlord, even nationwide, I can just Google rapid housing agencies in my area to kind of get a list of 1 or 2 and just begin to reach out to those people and let them know I have a vacant unit. Do you have anybody in need? Is that a good action plan?
Yeah, or they can actually, I don't want to give you guys the wrong website, but I know that we operate through unit, the correct website.
Okay.
Here we go, right here. And that the street address for that we have right now is 2475 Canal Street, or they can call 504-821-4496.
And those are resources that are in New Orleans. But the suggestion we made for our nationwide audience, just Google rapid housing agencies. And I'm pretty sure Unity is a hyper local partner, but nationwide, I'm pretty sure that there are industries that have the same type of population. And real quick,
Yes.
before we go, for the people that may not know, what else is the homeless population is going through right now besides homelessness? Because if the normal population with housing, with food supply is in panic right now, from what you know and your experience, what else could homeless population be experiencing besides not having a home?
Not having a home, and just imagine everything that financially stable community is going through right now, multiply that by 1,000. So these folks are already lack resources. So multiply that by 1,000, whereas they lacked resources before, and there was some ability to be able to connect with someone to go out and get those resources day to day. Right now, they're dealing with not having resources and not even being able to go out and get those resources from the agencies that were once available. So anxiety and depression has really increased, I can imagine, for some of these folks, because it's like they didn't have what they needed before, and now all of the places where they were normally able to go and get those resources now have either been shut down, or the ability to provide those resources have been significantly impacted.
Got it. Or either aspiring or current entrepreneurs that maybe know some employees, maybe know partners that are experiencing homelessness. Again, 211vialink.org is a direct resource that they can go to for counseling during
Yes.
this time, finding out what social services are available in that area.
Yes.
Time for our people nationwide. Is vialink.org, is that nationwide, or is that Louisiana specific?
I don't know about nationwide. I do know that it's here in Louisiana. I don't want to give y'all wrong information, but I do know it is definitely here in Louisiana.
And I'm confident that they'll connect somebody. A listener that hears this somewhere else, I'm pretty sure ViaLink can connect them to a partner nationwide. I'm confident in that. So again, social services industry has been impacted. I know what's big in the news is hospitality, casinos, that's disrupted, but some of the nonprofit sector is still a business at the end of the day.
Of course.
Services is still a business, and they are being impacted. And the independent contractors and small business owners, that services industry, have also been impacted. There are resources for you also, in addition to the population that you serve. So excellent advice, Ashley. They're not alone. So just to recap on your action plan, reach out to vialink.org. Take the advice and the resources, take action with the things that they tell you to do, and make sure that you find support group services, what you're going through right now. Stay away from the negativity, embrace positivity, and make sure you find a group that can uplift you and not drown you in the anxiety
Of course.
that's going on right now in this hysteria. So anything else you want to add for your population, entrepreneurs, small business owners, that they normally wouldn't know, that you want to make sure that they do know?
I'm not going to say that they don't know it, but I just want to remind them now is a great time to work on your business model and get really creative with how you want to deliver those services, because obviously things are subject to change at any time. Yes. So while we do have a little bit of downtime, work on your business model and service delivery, because now that we know with experiencing this, that can change at any time, and to avoid your business from creative ways right now of whether we are in a hurricane or a virus or whatever global or local thing that you're experiencing. You want to make sure that your business survives by being able to switch up your service delivery and reach out to your clients or customers regardless of what's going on. I think we're going to have some really smart business people come out of this pandemic, and that's really great to see.
I agree. So additional resources, Real Entrepreneurs TV, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell, make sure you share this message with the social services industry, in addition to other entrepreneurs that may need mental health counseling or housing or food resources. Thank you again, Ashley, for your time. And I'm confident this episode will help a lot of people.
Thank you.
Yeah.